Hello, hello, hello.
Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on?
It's Sunday.
Is it?
It's Sunday.
Is it?
It's the first Sunday of July, right? Right? Am I right?
I guess.
So
I think so. I think so.
First Sunday in July, we are here in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yes.
Don't judge us. It is 5:41, but we're still
in the 5
o'clock hour.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely
thank you for your patience.
Yes.
Yes. Today we are definitely talking about jealousy versus envy, as well as protection versus trust.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get into that, kind of deep dive in it and see what we can pull out from the viewers.
Not deep dive.
We're going to deep dive and see what we can pull out, because I need some help about these particular topics, because I just want to know, like, do you trust me? Are you trying to protect me? Are some people jealous? Or are they envious?
I get what you're saying now.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I was like,
you went there, but you didn't know.
I was confused.
Okay, cool. So that's what we're trying to talk about. We are live on the Big Girl Talk page. I put it in the description. Please join us on that page,
please,
so you can see both of us and have a discussion with us about jealousy versus envy, and then protection versus trust. Mm-hmm. We're trying to see what's happening, because a lot of times people get jealousy and envy confused. But first, before we get started, right? So before we get started, though, I do always like to talk about our days from the week prior, right? From this week, what has happened? What significant thing has happened with you this week?
Nothing.
Wow. Something?
I just been existing. Thank you, Lord. Nothing. And that was a hard nothing.
Wow.
Look, it's something going on with this.
Okay.
You see it's like a little lag. Y'all let us know if y'all see like a little lag or whatever.
I see it.
You see it?
I see it.
Not starting it over. So y'all gonna have to bear with us.
All right.
Anywho, this is real as it's gonna get.
Right. So y'all know we have, sometimes it just happens. You're still gonna be able to get the whole video just a second behind.
Ooh. So what has happened to you this week?
This week, nothing significant. Like you said, I'm here. I woke up all those days. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for waking me up today. I am here now. I can say that. I can say that it was very significant for me to hear about a few people passing this week. I heard of Aunt Irby passed, and they have had his services, I think, on yesterday.
Oh, my condolences.
Definitely. My cousin's mom passed, and they have also had her services on last Saturday. Condolences to my family. And then on yesterday, I heard of Terry Ann Wilson passing. Yesterday. So those were some significant deaths, and I really want to send out my condolences to the family.
Definitely.
To all the families. Death is a very hard thing. It's inevitable, but it is a very hard thing. So I just want to take this time to send out that love to all of the families. Those were some significant things that happened this week that I learned of.
Wow.
I hated it.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Dang, how do you like transition from that?
Right. I mean, all we can say is that, because we don't control life or death.
Of course not.
All we can say is that we hate to hear that news, and I'm sorry about the news. I know the death of a mother oh so well. I know the death of other family members oh so well, and that hurt is a very painful hurt. Never had to be on that side of making arrangements before. And so I know. And so I just want everybody to know that I am here if you need me. And all right, I'm here.
Please let us know once you come into Big Girl Talk, type in BGT into the comments to let us know that you're here so we can actually speak to you, acknowledge your presence, and we thank you so much for coming in.
Yes.
Today is going to be a very good discussion. I think it's very much needed because first and foremost, I've dealt with it cold-heartedly.
Man.
I've dealt with it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
On my personal page, we are live on the BGT page. The link is in the description. So if you want to go over there, let's go. All right, Sharif, BGT, let's go.
Hey, thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully we can, get this conversation started.
I'm ready.
So at first, when you was like jealousy versus envy, I was like, oh, one particular situation has come up, but since then, a lot of situations in my brain has come up. I've dealt with it.
And you know what? Sometimes we don't even know that we're dealing with it or in the midst of it because it doesn't really show.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes people jokingly talk about it. But jealousy and envy are very real. And a lot of people, like I said earlier, they get them mixed up. So what I did.
I know what you tried to say.
Stop. I wasn't even going to say the whole thing because I know. All right.
Don't worry about it.
I just mixed up. So what I did, because these lives are based on personal experiences from us.
Mm-hmm.
No professional nothing. These are the things that we have experienced.
Go ahead.
The only thing you're gonna get professional from us is a definition.
Basically.
Okay.
Listen. And again, I want to apologize if there's a slight lag here, but of course you'll get the point. I'm gonna have to fire my production team. That would be.
We didn't even come in with the theme song.
Oh yeah. All right.
Back it up. Rewind, because we got First Fire working on our theme song.
Definitely.
Until then,
we gonna do it ourselves, and it's dope. So don't hate.
Don't hate, and let us know.
All right. Here we go.
Don't be jealous either.
But look, why I can't never be serious?
Go. Welcome to. It's the Big Girl Talk Show.
Listen, that's gonna hit.
And when it hits, don't be jealous.
It's a little jingle. It's gonna hit. Now back to
this
situation.
So what I did is I went and looked up those words.
I know you did.
You know I did. I went and looked up those words, not in the glossary.
Before you give that,
the glossary.
I do. I used it.
And the table of contents.
Stop it.
Okay.
Before you give the correct,
right.
I want to give
your
thoughts, and interpretation of.
Okay.
So jealousy to me is basically wanting something or someone somebody else has possession of.
Okay.
Envy is pretty much jealousy on steroids.
Okay.
It's wanting something or someone so much that you actually have hate for them.
Wow.
This person did nothing to you. You don't even know this person personally.
Mm-hmm.
But because they have something that you want, you hate them.
Wow.
Both of them is wrong. But that's just Christine's definition.
Mm-hmm.
What I do? What prize did I win?
So you're there.
Almost there. Okay. I can dig it.
You're there.
But what?
According to Webster.
Not Webster.
Webby. The jealousy is the state or feeling of being jealous, feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievement.
I was there.
You was there.
Okay.
And how you give a definition with the same word, I'm not sure about that.
Mm-hmm.
However, envy is when you want what someone has, while jealousy is being worried. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I think I broke it down. Okay, wait. Envy is another person's success. Envy is another. Okay, so envy. Okay, so I think I went and got the difference. I'm sorry. So envy is when you want what someone has, while jealousy is being worried someone's trying to take what you have.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
It does. When you're envious of someone, you want what they have.
Absolutely.
If you're jealous of them, you already have it, but you're worried that they're trying to come and take it. So say you someone got a promotion over you, right? Both of you have a job, but you're worried that they're trying to get over you or move past you or do something more.
I get that, but I don't like the way it sounds.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I mean, I guess if
you're worried that they're trying to come and take what you have.
Well, listen, I disagree with that definition for jealousy.
Well, you have to put that in your website.
I'm gonna have to write a letter.
But envy is when you want something that someone has, and however, jealousy can be good, but envy is always bad. And you were right there. When you literally hate this person, you are envious of what this person has going on or what this person has. That's weird.
Yes, it's very much weird, and it puts you in a position to where you have to do a self-evaluation, because of course I've been in my latest episode of that. At the end of the day, we are human. We go through some shit. Let me tell you something. I went through it, and I'm glad. And I still have, I ain't gonna say episodes, but I still have thoughts of it. And I'm like, you know what? It ain't even worth it.
Right.
So my situation was, I was long time ago, long. I was talking to this guy, and we were in our little situationship or whatever, and it was established that that's what it was.
A situationship.
It wasn't a relationship. We wasn't really committed to one another. But I'm not that type of person. If I'm dealing with somebody emotionally, physically, sexually, mentally, whatever, I'm dealing with that person.
With it. Yeah, right.
So the situation came to where he announced, or he gave me the information that he was actually in a relationship, but they had broken up.
Okay.
Now, even though, hear me out, even though we had already established the situationship that we were not committed, I was jealous of the relationship he once had with this particular person. So now this is where it goes hand in hand, jealousy and envy. Not only was I jealous of this woman, of what their relationship that they had, because I wanted that, right? Even though we agreed.
Right.
The envy came into where I started comparing myself to this woman and saying, why couldn't he give me the love that he gave her? Maybe I'm not comparable to her, or I'm not up to her standards. You get what I'm saying? So I was envious in that moment
of her
and her person. I don't know nothing about this lady,
or what she got, or what she didn't have. None of it.
I could care fucking less. I just knew she once had the attention that I wanted for this man, and he loved her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was sitting up like, what don't I have? I was degrading myself. Like, I was just like, what the is wrong with me?
Enough that you now had his attention, and he was no longer in the relationship. You needed to have the relationship that he once had with her.
Exactly. And I quickly found out. Let me take that word back. Not quickly. I found out in the course of this matter that every relationship a person has with somebody is custom made. It's not gonna be like the last person. Right. You cannot love a person the same way that you love your. Okay, let me say, you cannot love two people the same way.
Right, because everybody's different.
Everybody's a different person. So because my needs and my wants and my admirations are different from one person, they have to be custom made for that person.
Correct.
But I did not realize that I wanted what they had. And I was just like, what? And so it became, when you're envious of someone, it becomes a fixation.
Right.
And it becomes what's a good word? Oh my God, what is a good word? We're gonna leave it at fixation.
Hi, Tonio, thank you for joining. I did put the Big Girl Talk link in the description.
Yes,
if you'd like to join us on the Big Girl Talk page.
We're gonna stop right here. Sharif says, Shaq says, jealousy doesn't have to be personal. Some people are jealous of people they don't even know. You're exactly right.
Exactly.
You're exactly right, because it goes hand in hand of what you want out of life. Somebody already got it. Now you want it even more.
And you know what? I found myself being that way with people that are younger than me and have more than I do.
Definitely.
I felt like, what have I been doing with my life that I'm not in the position of where you are?
I definitely felt that. And also, jealousy kind of creeps up on you in your personal relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I have been jealous and envious of people that I call dear and love. I've been jealous and envious of you.
Yeah, same.
And it's like, why?
It's weird.
We are each other's cheerleaders.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
exactly. And I can remember times when, because I had all my children, you only had one. And I can remember times where there were things that I couldn't do.
Right.
But there were things that you could do. And it's weird because I probably could have, but I kept saying, no, you have things to do, and she doesn't. And that was so weird to me that how was I upset with you because you're able to do things that I couldn't do?
And I do remember those moments. I'm gonna let you know that, because I also found myself trying to find a solution to your problem, because I wanted you to be involved in stuff because you're my sister. So I'm like, hey, if she can't go, I don't want to go. Let me find something.
And that's how connected we became, because I was doing the same thing, for whatever the issue was.
Right.
We're gonna find a solution that way we both can have, or we both can do, whatever it is that need to be done. But that's not a bad jealousy or envy. Because I need you to know that there are some good jealousy and there are some good, not good envy, but there are some good jealousies.
How so?
Because of how you try to find a solution for it. And sometimes we cheer each other on, and sometimes you can be like, "Oh, you jealous," or "Oh, I'm jealous of that."
What's the word now?
What
the phrase that I say now?
I don't know.
Oh my God, 30 years.
Neela. You jealous?
No.
I'm jealous?
No. It ain't got nothing to do with the word jealous.
What?
I'm happy. I'm happy for
I'm
you.
happy. Oh, no. What did it say? Is it I'm happy for you?
It's either I'm happy for you or oh my God.
I love that for you.
I love that for you.
That's what it is. And that's the phrase, I love that for you. That is very, very, very much jealous. Yeah, I love that for you, because when people are telling you about their experiences and things like that, and you just sit up here like, oh, I ain't had this. I love that for you. I've said it several times.
And I've said it to you too. So we both know we get that.
Right. So that's just a thing for us. So that's not really like jealousy. But of course, like, it's something that you're doing that I'm not doing. Right. I wish I was, or I wish I had, but I don't hate you for it.
Yeah, that's where the envy comes into play. I don't ever think we've ever, and correct me if I'm wrong, graduate. I hate to say this, but graduate to envy.
No.
Because we always come together and discuss what really bothers us about each other.
Right.
We'll discuss it in a manner to where it'll get understood.
Right.
On both ends. And I think we do a good job on it.
I think we've done a great job. There was only one instance where we needed somebody to intervene, and we would not say that we needed somebody to intervene.
When was this?
That was at the pajama party when Natalie intervened.
Oh yeah,
and
but that wasn't.
But I don't even know what it was.
I can't even remember.
No.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what friendship is. Number one, we've had fights, of course.
Yes.
But we've gotten over it quickly. Right. It was one. I definitely remember this. I can't even remember why we were upset at each other. And I wasn't gonna go to that party, but Malia wanted me to go, so I came for her.
And we never said something was wrong with us. We never said we were having this issue. A friend, Natalie, picked up on it because she said, y'all not acting right. Because we weren't really
how old do you feel with
girl. And I'm old enough.
Right. She told me, y'all better fix
y'all not acting right. And she put us in a room and said we was not coming out of there until we fixed it. Because she didn't like how they looked.
Yeah.
And so I thank God for friends like that, because we needed that. We never was gonna say it. Because we were always like, we'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes we wouldn't talk for a couple of days, but we'd figure it out. But we needed that because whatever it was big enough to make us not want to interact.
And it was also big enough to where people noticed that wasn't our norm.
It wasn't the norm.
And it's very important to have people in your corner. If you're going to have mutual friends, please make sure that they are unbiased.
Right.
Because I can tell you now, even though my sister, my dog, my backbone, if I have an argument with somebody else and we're mutual friends, if I'm wrong, she's going to tell me I'm wrong.
Almost definitely.
And vice versa. So if I have a situation to where I'm like I just explained, if I'm jealous or I'm envious and I come to talk to Mila about that situation, she'd be like, "Now,
you're wrong.
What's going on?"
You're wrong. And it is what it is.
It creeps up on you.
Yeah.
Even though you said sometimes there's good jealousy, and you know what I'm saying something. And Shaq, he just said jealousy can motivate you to get more or do better. That I like that you said that. That's the good jealousy. But even in that, you are making room for the devil to sneak in and kind of cultivate that into something else. So you have to be that's why I said at the very beginning of this, you have to have a self-evaluation to look at yourself and to know, number one, your worth. And just realize that everything is not for you in this moment.
Right. Because if this is something that you're striving for, it's just either not your time or you're not set up at this moment to have that. And they are. And maybe you just need to get close to those people instead of being envious of them and being jealous of them.
You got to pick their brain.
Exactly. To see which way you need to go. Thank you for showing up here. We are live on the Big Girl Talk page.
And we just talked about you.
Come join us over on the Big Girl Talk page. I got the link in the description.
So, as far as jealousy and envy, can you remember a time? And I'm pretty sure we've had multiple times, but that one that I just described was the most recent and the most profound. What would be yours?
Of being jealous or envious of someone,
or even being jealousy, and then it kind of developed into envy.
I don't think I've ever developed into being envious of anybody, because I've never just sat and plotted on anybody as far as wanting them to get hurt or anything like that. Being jealous, yes. Yes, and mine are personal because
pause. Let me ask you one question, then you can go into that. So you said you've never had a situation to where you were really envious of somebody. Like in that particular situation that you're about to describe, this person that you were jealous of, have you ever had a moment to where you looked at them and you was like, what is going on? What, you know what I'm saying? Why?
I've had moments of disgust.
Meaning?
Once I am fed up with somebody, I'm pretty much disgusted with them, and you can't touch me or anything because I literally will throw up. I mean, for real. So it's best that I stay away from people. Like once I'm done with you, I'm done.
And it's in any moment.
That's in any moment. The thing I was going to describe, I think it's not. I don't think it was so much of me being jealous of a person. It's more of me being jealous of situations.
Okay.
Because I can here we go with this bullshit.
Mm-mm.
I can talk to somebody,
Okay.
a male,
Uh-huh.
and we could be vibing or what have you or whatever. It won't go to another level, but you can tell me about all these different levels you done had with all these different
Girl, I'm
people.
with you on I'm with you on that.
And you can tell me about how I make you feel and about how I am such this big ray of sunshine in your life.
Right.
But you can't get to another level with me.
Yeah. So it kind of it reflects back on you to like what the hell is wrong with me?
Yeah. Yes. I try not to let it go that deep for me because I know I'm worthy of something.
Okay.
And if it's not you, then okay, then so be it. But I'm not gonna sit here and be your toy while you feed me all this information about things that you've had or with other people and they've done you so wrong, but I'm doing you so good. That's the part I don't understand.
So basically you were jealous of their situation or their relationship they had with somebody else.
All of their other situations.
Okay,
yeah,
got you.
Because all of these other situations you claim were so bad, but we're doing so good and we've been doing so good for a couple of years.
Right. So what's going on? Why we can't go up to the next level since we're doing
but
good?
Right now, I
definitely
don't have to be worried about it.
Okay.
Right this second. So,
okay. In this moment. Okay, so you've never experienced envy. Personally, have you experienced envy from somebody else?
Towards me?
Towards you, or just like another friend being like envious of something and you had to like recognize that thing? Because if you believe it or not, envy has a look.
Right. And a feel.
And it does. It definitely has a feel. Because when I was in my situation and I was developing this envious mood about this particular female, I felt so hard. Not like gangster or nothing. It was just hard. Stale. And I felt dark. Every time I came into contact or I saw this particular person, my mood would switch instantly. For somebody to have that much power over you and you don't even know this person, there you go with that self-evaluation. Because I'm just like, if I ever,
and you feel like on guard when you got this person in your presence, like, why am I on guard? They're not even trying to do nothing to me.
She don't even know me. Like, I'm like, she don't even know me. She probably have seen me, or she probably have heard, because I'm dealing with her ex.
Right.
I'm pretty sure she knows who I am, but she doesn't know me. And I don't even know if she feels the same way towards me. I never got any vibe towards it. But every time I looked at that motherfucker, I'm over it, y'all. I'm just saying. I'm trying to give you the just of that.
Right.
I'm trying to give you the just. And she was all kind of motherfucker bitches, and I was like,
only because she was dealing with the person before you were.
Exactly. And that motherfucker was no good. I digress.
Right. So I have felt some darks in my days.
Okay.
But I had to really build up my discernment, because those darts will come and them people, or they will smile as if they were your friend, as if everything was all good. But meanwhile, even when they excuse me, here it comes. Even when they talking to you, they are shooting darts directly at you, not even in your back anymore. Just looking you in your face, shooting darts. So I have had them, and I have had to ward off some stuff, but direct, like coming to me directly, or me knowing without a shadow of doubt that somebody is jealous or envious of me or doesn't, I didn't deal with it.
Okay.
I dealt with the darks and the behind the scenes and the behind the social media type stuff.
Right. Okay.
I didn't deal with the stuff directly because nobody, and not that I'm so big and bad and bold, but nobody directly came to me and said, "Oh, I don't like you because of whatever."
I've dealt with a lot of Christine, I heard that you.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I heard that you did this, and that, and the other. Well, such and such told me this about they. I've never been confronted.
Right. Because who is such and such? What Ed?
How you spit it? Oh, okay then. But
it is what
that's
it
the
is.
whole point about jealousy and envy is that, like I said, it has a look and it has a feel, but it doesn't have a face.
Because they definitely hide.
That's just my opinion.
They definitely hide. And I can tell when I walk into a room, I know you've been talking about me.
Ooh.
I know you've been talking about me. And I can also tell from your children.
Definitely from them children.
You can tell from them children. You've been talking about me at the house. I know. It's okay.
So in your jealousy phase or situation, have you let that feeling interfere with like your well-being? Have you let it, and when I say well-being, keep you up, get you
of course manifest into anything?
Yes. And then not only that, have you ever let something like that affect your job, your your finances? How deep has it gotten?
I have I never let it affect my job as far as me going to work.
Okay.
I have let it keep me up, and I have let it like consume me over a weekend when I know I don't have to work. I have let it keep me away from places. I have let it do certain things, but I didn't want it to go too deep because again, we were not in a relationship. He just didn't want to. And this is not just one person. This was a couple of people.
Yeah.
They just didn't want to. And I can't, I let myself continue in that flow. So I couldn't let it go too deep to make me depressed, but I did always have the question, why?
Yeah.
And I never could ask them.
The man?
Right.
Okay.
I just kept hoping one day he would tell me. Like, why wasn't I able to be able to just say, what is the problem?
Right. And that is,
That's hard. Like, I can build myself up all day. I done talked to you several times. Oh, this is what I'm going to say right here. And I never say it.
Natalie said, I recently found out people can be jealous of you being likable. That's weird. That's so freaking weird. And it's so freaking true. Because I feel like that because you jealous of me because people like me. So you need to figure out what the fuck wrong with you.
Right.
Why ain't nobody liking you like that? That ain't my problem. Yeah. But yeah, you absolutely right. Because you're bubbly and because you're likable and you're not so
a people person.
Like bruh, chill the fuck out.
Just talk to somebody. Because in order to have friends, in order to be friends, you have to first show yourself friendly. Nobody wants to sit around and sourpuss all day.
And look, here's the difference. I know that I could have been very unpleasant. I have changed and I am changing. But I've accepted it because I've always claimed that I was not a people person. So I never did say, oh, they don't like me. I'm like, this is me. This is Christine. And people that know me know me. I don't give a fuck if they don't like me or not. Please don't come and talk to me. Please, I invite you not to come and talk to me.
But that was not the plan. That was not the plan.
It wasn't. But that was just me. That was a facade that I put on so I don't have to be vulnerable.
And try to get by different people.
It feels so good knowing myself.
Exactly. Hey, Timmy, thank you.
At my old right age of 39.
Page, I put it in the description if you want to come join us over there.
Hey, Gelly Gal. But as far as that goes, Natalie, I definitely can see that because you are. Yes, it was a defense mechanism. You're absolutely right, and I can see people being upset with you or jealous of you, because I know the person. I know you. So I know you're likable and I know you're lovable.
Mm-hmm.
There goes with Allison too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
out there.
Listen, y'all are such a ray of sunshine.
One and the same.
Really. And it's so funny. And this is a sidebar. My friends and my circle, y'all are all alike. Oh my God, in different points of my life.
It's so weird that everybody is all alike.
When I was in Spartanburg, when I lived in Spartanburg, when I met Natalie, it was Natalie, Webby, of course, a couple more people, but main ones, right? I moved to Georgia and I met Natalie and Allison.
Yes.
I think I met Webby. No, Webby's the one of a kind. You can't meet Webby. Webby crazy. I love Webby. But then I met Jen. Who would you compare Jen to?
You always compare her to me with the height. But
Exactly.
I don't know, like the go-getter she is, I don't think you've ever met anybody like her. But other than
it's a comparison.
The height thing is with me and Jen, and then you and Natalie, and then even Natalie and Joya fell in the mix.
Yes, I forgot about yeah.
People,
Joya,
everybody in your life are like so similar. Like even so Vivian, right?
She's my Markiva,
and that's your Markiva. It's weird. It's so weird.
It's like people are. That's how I know you're meant to be a part of my life.
Right.
It's because I keep meeting you.
Right.
And I would never have too many of y'all because I can see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Vivian, Markiva was, I'm gonna say this, Markiva was my Vivian because I knew Vivian first. And to this day, Vivian, if I say, Mom Vivian, I want to come and live with you, she would say, pack up your bags, and she wanna adopt me and my son. We are a package deal. And with Markiva, oh my God, everything is just I'm just her little all the time. So that's funny. That was a side note, and I thought that was funny.
That was cool. But people definitely are haters when it comes to people being likable.
Yes.
I take my sister for example.
Mm-hmm.
Cherry. She is just the epitome of a woman to me. She doesn't think so, but her fashion sense to me
she's so classy.
Yeah, she's like, very classy,
so feminine, and
very just a woman. Her hair is always done.
Mm-hmm.
Most beauticians never have their hair done,
and she swear her hair be a mess. Right. It be laid. So
and just like her shoes, to the car she drives, to the house she has, she is very much the epitome of a woman to me. Mm-hmm. And so many people hate that. There are things, we all go through things in our lives. We all have these stumbling blocks and things like that in our lives. But she somehow, when she steps out that door, you don't know what's going on. Listen. You're not going to know what's wrong with her. Nothing is going to show on her face. She's always going to show up for you. If she says she coming, she coming. I don't care what's going on in her body. I don't care what's going on in the household. I don't care what's going on at work. Yeah. If she says she coming, she coming.
Except for the Georgia.
She ain't made it to Georgia.
She ain't made it to
Georgia. She come. She'll sweat. It's because we was in Spartanburg that weekend. We ain't been in Spartanburg in months. But I have seen people throw so many darts at her.
Oh, come on.
And I have seen her ward off and pray off so much stuff because of who she is.
Yeah, it's genuine. She's a very genuine person. And it makes me put up a wall for her.
Right.
Because you're
not going to do it.
Say somebody.
You're not going to do it.
Oh, okay then.
You're not going to do it. And she is she's very sparing to how she comes to us, me and my other sister Tara, about how she bring us news about what somebody has done to her, because she know I'm going to turn right around. I'm either going to make you a Facebook post, or I'm either going to call you directly and ask you what the hell is you doing, what you mean,
right?
Because you're not going to throw those darts at my sister, and we're not going to do that because I know who she is.
Because you know people. You come encounter, whether they're family or not, that are just genuinely good people.
Right.
No wrong should be done towards him. And if you feel like that, then you're a fucked up person.
Sorry, sister, she gave me the biggest hug. She don't forget nobody. Mm-mm. She love everybody. Like, it's just ridiculous. What is wrong? Who out there throwing darts?
You need some water.
I got my juice.
My sister needs some water.
Somebody that's throwing darts.
No, you're thirsty.
But it's it's I can very much understand when people are doing stuff and that's just pure evil. Like,
it really is.
Oh, I want to say so much.
Let's talk about it.
It's not my business to tell.
Okay.
But I just know, and I just whoever watches, just know that I know the things that people are doing behind my sister's back.
Ooh,
I know I can't lay hands on you, but I'm praying you gonna stop that. So okay, I'm done with that.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I'm done.
But if I get a name,
I'm done with that.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay. All right.
I'll be done saying something I ain't no business.
Listen. So in this particular situation, jealousy versus envy.
Right.
Do you think there is a possibility for you to be in that envious stage and have it not affect you in a way to where you're able to come out of it quickly? I know that you say you haven't experienced it, right, but
could I have been there, like on the edge?
Yeah.
Yes. It's quite possible because they said the root cause of envy is low self-esteem. It's quite possible. I was there. I just didn't act on it.
Right. And that makes so much sense because that's how I was infatuated.
I thought you said that.
No, I said fixation.
Okay.
That's the word I wanted. So I was infatuated, not because I wanted her. I wanted to be her in that moment. That makes okay.
It's like a single black female type thing,
right? But then I figured out how dope I was.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sister. You figured out how dope you was, and then what? It didn't matter no more.
It really did. And like, I want to go back to what Shaq said earlier. He said jealousy can motivate. Not that one. Let me just go back instead of trying to remember. How about that? So he's saying something about jealousy doesn't have to be personal. So in a situation where you found yourself jealous of somebody, and biblically that would be what? Covenant, right?
Right.
Having covenant. Have you
envy? Well, envy is the covenant.
The covenant part. Okay. Have you, in your jealousy kind of situation, state, or whatever, addressed it with that said person or situation?
No. I couldn't bring myself to do that.
What level of maturity, adulthood, do you have to be to say, hey, Jim?
Not Jim.
That's the first name. That's the first name that came to my head. I have been.
Oh, wait, Jim. Damn, Jim.
Tell this person, hey, Jim, I figured that you're a great person, but I've been jealous of you lately. I want your position in this job.
What the fuck Jim supposed to do with that?
I don't know, but then what I'm saying, like, do you think it's necessary?
I think what you could do is go to Jim and tell Jim, look, Jim, I've noticed you have some additional skills that I would also like.
So that would be the ideal. But what I'm saying is you say, Jim.
You can't tell Jim you jealous of him because why? He doesn't care.
He doesn't, but it's not for him. It's for you.
Right. So for you, you need.
Why are you yelling at me?
Shut up. For you, you need a solution.
Uh-huh.
Your solution is not to tell Jim that you're jealous, because there's nothing Jim can do with it. Your solution is to find out what Jim got so that you can obtain that as well, to get an equal opportunity as what Jim has got.
But what Jim got probably ain't for me.
Then
but I want it.
But if it's not for you, when Jim teach it to you or tell you how you obtained it, if you lack those skills, it ain't for you.
I understand.
And then you can turn off your jealousy before it turns into envy and you go and cut Jim break lines.
Maybe on the way to talk to Jim, I couldn't break lines. Anyway, this is just a scenario, you guys. I ain't cut nobody break line yet.
Inspired. Jealous, no, inspired, yes.
Okay.
On what?
I'm in the whole situation.
Scenario? Oh yeah.
In the whole situation. So yes, you can be definitely inspired, but because of that self-esteem issue, self-esteem issue. You know, I got a list. You know it come out sometimes.
That don't mean you gotta miss a letter.
I missed a couple of them. In that situation, right, you can be inspired. However, if you have that low self-esteem or you're just a bad person, it's going to turn into jealousy.
It's going to turn into it. Yeah.
Definitely.
And I don't know, like, then it becomes a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
It flows over into other things. So you really want to kind of nip it at the bud and figure out what is the problem with you with them, first of all. What happened?
I just want to sidebar. You said nip it in the bud?
Yes.
Or is it nip it on?
It's in. Can somebody please tell us if it's nip it in the bud or nip it on the bud? Because I said nip it in the bud, and that's what it is.
No, Mila, you are a lot like your sister. You know, we've been rocking for years. I remember the hard Highland times.
Amen.
You getting smoke off the bus for me, keeping an eye on Shalina while I was at work. I'll never forget.
Because we'll always be locked in. We'll always be locked in. Especially Highland. It was Shalina, me, and Tim Miguel. We was rocking.
And then guess who came? Guess who grew up and came and infiltrated the group? That would be me. Woo! I was like, damn, I can't wait to get in there.
We definitely did a lot for each other. Never ever forget. We'll always be locked in.
It's definitely in.
It's definitely, and that's what I said.
No,
I said nip it in the bud. Oh, we're running this all the way back. As soon as we finish here, we definitely running this back.
She's the only person.
I probably can run this back.
She's the only person that still got it.
So we don't spend a lot of time on this yellow envy.
So let's talk about her.
It's not your idea. It's my idea to run over and see what I got to deal with.
Okay, go.
Let's talk about protection, trust.
You're so childish.
I thank you, Natalie. I said in. Thank you. Appreciate you, sis.
Whatever.
You jealous?
Oh, you look like your mama when you said that.
I felt like it.
Man, mama she loves saying that. All right, so protection and trust. What say you?
All right, so what this is that we're trying to gather information of how people come off. Of how people come off when they're asking you different questions about your location, about when you'll be back. Is it that you are trying to keep me protected, or do you not trust what I'm telling you?
Before we get into that, Shaq said something. Hate to let the cat out the bag. And God will tell you the last girl did all these great things so he can trick you to do those things for him. It's called game.
I
I can dig it. I can dig it with a shovel.
So we get a little bit of intel.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause how everybody was bad except for me. You gave me your cow.
Cause somebody out there throwing darts. I told you. We talking about some real stuff.
So with the protection and trust, you're basically stating that in a relationship, and a guy is just saying, "Oh, for example, baby, where you gonna be at this time?
Mm-hmm.
Baby, what you gonna do? What you doing? Who you with?"
Mm-hmm.
You want to know if he's just trying to protect and care about you,
mm-hmm.
or does he have trust issues?
Right. Where does it spill over into being a narcissist? Basically,
girl, a breadcrumber. I am choking, y'all. What the hell?
It's happening.
So I think in that situation, it's pretty much a I ain't gonna say a fine line, but there is great signs of a difference,
right?
Because it's all about this person's personality. Mm-hmm. If at the beginning you guys have already made a system in regards to letting each other know where you are, mm-hmm. I can understand it,
right?
And something happens out of the norm, and he's like, I don't know where you at, where are you, who you with. I get that.
I get that. Totally, wholeheartedly.
But as far as like the trust issue, it's all on him. Mm-hmm. Because if you've been at this particular point in your relationship where you're showing signs of not even gonna say signs, but you establish this system with your person, and you always let them know where you are, mm-hmm. Something happens out of the norm, and he goes ballistic, or he's just like over, like, I need to know, turn your location on. Mm-hmm. Either it's one or two things, and this is just my opinion, people. Either he doing some shit that he ain't got no business doing, mm-hmm. or he really don't trust you. Mm-hmm. And then you need to have a conversation. What the fuck going on? What you mean?
Right. Yeah.
I think a lot of times, and I know I can speak for me personally, is that, of course, I can speak for me personally because I'm me. Right. But anyway, I can say this. I have had men, I'm going to say overly, quote unquote, protect, mm-hmm. or just be nosy as fuck. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, I'm grown. I don't have to tell you mm-hmm. where I'm going, who I'm with. This is a privilege because I don't want you to worry. Right. But if I told you what I'm doing, where I'm going, and who I'm with, and you still asking, now you get on my fucking nerves.
Now you about to make me block you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like it. 2 comments.
Yeah. Okay. So Natalie says some care, just keeping tabs. Some care, some just keeping tabs. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. Or he tracking where you at so he can do his dirt. Absolutely. Exactly.
I don't mind. I have been able to set my watch to most men. Mm-hmm. Been able to know exactly what you're doing, where you're at, what's happening. Okay. Not that I'm asking, but you literally volunteer this information. Mm-hmm. And if they do something different, I'm able to set my watch by this person. Mm-hmm. I know whereabout, roundabout. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And people basically can set their watch to me sometimes. It's the fact of when I don't feel like communicating, and I do get ghosts or I do mm-hmm. whatever. A lot of people do get worried because I'm normally doing something in particular, or I'm normally telling somebody what's happening.
Well, that's disclaimer input. That's a part of getting to know you.
It is. So because I do.
It's still normal that you get ghosts.
I do ghosts because I think it's only because sometimes I want it to just be me and my thoughts. Mm-hmm. I don't have any bad thoughts. I like to ride, and this is some stuff that my mama used to do. Mm-hmm. I like to ride and talk, mm-hmm. or ride and sing. I'm not going anywhere in particular. I don't have a destination. I could ride around for 3 hours and then be like, okay. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, but to somebody that don't know you, now it's, oh, what you going to do?
Where you been for 3 whole hours and not been communicating with me?
Now you're getting on my nerves.
Right, because I needed that time to myself. I didn't want that time to myself in my house, in my room. I wanted to be out, not out amongst people, but just outside, out with me.
Yeah, because sometimes there's an energy when you've been gone to work or whatever. You don't want to bring that into the house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're in a relationship and they don't know that about you, they're gonna start questioning, and but that's on them.
Because I say this stuff up front.
Yeah, because I make sure I tell people I get in my mood. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to people
all day.
Yes, decompress.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes you need a moment to yourself. Parents need a moment to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You need it's not saying that you don't love this person. It's not saying that you don't care about what's going on. I'm not going to put myself in any type of danger. Mm-hmm. You just need to breathe.
And some people need to understand that before you came along, I was already doing this.
Exactly.
And I stayed safe. I know how to check my surroundings. And I have a gun. So I was doing this well before you got here. Mm-hmm. I'm going to continue doing these things because that's what I need to do for me.
Right. I totally agree. Yes. When your social battery gets low, you just want to, I really want to just crawl inside the mattress. Like, I don't want to be bothered with nobody.
Not inside the mattress.
I just want to be like, I just want to feel like a little egg yolk.
I just want to go up under the bed. I want to get up under the bed and just don't bother me.
Now, as far as trust issues,
mm-hmm.
I've, of course, had some.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Now, my trust issues come with inconsistencies. Mm-hmm. And that could go both ways. If you're telling me, if I've told you I trust you, and I don't see anything going on or whatever, but something happens out of the norm, or shit don't even sound right, because what you fail to realize, I am a thinker, mm-hmm. and I read situations mm-hmm. very, 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 very closely. And if you telling me, how can I put this in a scenario? You have a particular set of skills, mm-hmm. and you go out, mm-hmm. okay? And that's so vague. That is so vague. Let's just say you're a painter.
Okay.
All right. So with this job, you paint at different places at different times mm-hmm. of the day.
Okay.
And at this job, you have the ability to talk to me from the time you clock in to the time you go.
Mm-hmm. And
no problem. If you have something that you have to do that you need to get off the phone, you're like, I need to get off the phone, call you right back. Okay, mm-hmm. Cool. I get that because you're at work. But then there comes a time where you say, oh, I can't be on the phone. I haven't talked to you all day. And then I call, somebody answers the phone, but you off. Where you at?
Where you at? What you doing?
And who that motherfucker answers your phone? That's where my trust issues come. It's the inconsistency.
Right.
Especially if you show me up front, this is your routine. You didn't give me fair warning that something is about to change. If you say, hey, babe, Christine, whatever you call me, today I'm not going to be able to get on the phone today. We can't talk like we used to. Mm-hmm. That's a fair warning. But then you just all of a sudden just say, oh, I can't talk today.
What? No, you need to say tomorrow I'm not going to be able to talk to you. Not today. Tomorrow, I ain't gonna be able to talk to you because this and this and this is going on. Okay,
Listen.
cool. You're at work, no problem.
Natalie said, we are pattern-driven people. So if something changes, it's a cause for concern. Absolutely. Not thinking you up to something, it's just not your norm. But I'm side-eyeing you if it happens more often than not.
Come on.
I'm talking about this way.
Cause what?
What you doing? Where you
That's
at?
my thing. Like if I give you no reason to even think that I'm doing something, don't start asking me different stuff. Right? If I'm not giving you any inkling or anything, nothing's running through your mind. Like I'm always, because every time somebody asks me what I'm doing, I say nothing. Now I could quite be watching TV, or I could very well be washing clothes, but I'm not touching the clothes at the moment, so
I'm not doing anything.
So when you come by and you see that I'm washing clothes, or you see that I'm maybe folding clothes, I thought you said you weren't doing nothing. I'm not. Like at the time that you asked me, I wasn't touching them.
Oh my God.
I'm not doing anything. That to me, I feel like you want me to be too specific, and I feel like that doesn't work for me.
I had somebody like that.
I don't like it.
I couldn't get used to that shit.
I don't like it.
Because why?
What difference does it make? I'm still at home.
Because what I'm doing is not affecting you, so why the fuck does it matter? If I say I'm not doing shit, I'm not doing nothing. Break it down. Oh, sorry. Ooh, this is boils my baloney.
Grinds my ears.
Boils my baloney.
I'm just saying, like, some stuff is too specific. And quit hitting me with what you're doing every time we get ready to have a conversation.
So Natalie's she's asking a question.
All right.
Are we talking long-term relationship or just talking because there's a difference? Just talking does not give you the right to question me. I guess it goes.
We're talking about a commitment, not just a commitment, whether it's long or short.
Right.
A commitment.
You've established that you're in a relationship.
Right.
Yeah, no time frame.
No time frame.
Right.
But just talking, yeah, you ain't got the right to ask me nothing.
Because who the fuck are you? Can you please go play in 5 o'clock traffic blindfolded with acid on your back?
Barefoot. Okay.
All right, cool.
So, yeah. So that is that.
So would you consider trust an issue if you didn't know yourself well? Like, expound. So, you know how you operate.
Okay.
But you're in a relationship with a person.
Mm-hmm.
They've said how they operate.
Mm-hmm.
And there's many inconsistencies,
mm-hmm.
but they haven't, nothing has come up as far as being sketchy. Let's just say that. So because you're having this issue with your self-esteem, and I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying this, you're having self-esteem issues and you just like things in the past. Now trusting it is an issue.
Mm-hmm. Just all the way around.
All the way around.
Okay.
How do you do that? Or how would you fix that per se?
That has that's a big burden on the person that you're with. It no longer, because yes, it's something that you have to fix yourself, but it becomes a big burden on the other person because they have to always reassure you that nothing is happening, that everything that they're telling you is true. And then now you become the investigator because you don't really believe until you actually, I guess you believe them or you trust them until something minimal comes up. It doesn't even have to be anything big, like they didn't answer the phone.
Okay, so it's just something.
It's just,
kind of triggers it. Okay.
Yeah, so that's really something you have to deal with yourself. And I really wouldn't even get into a relationship unless you dealt with it first, because you're gonna make the other person very unhappy.
And it could get very, very tiring. But it's gonna be up to you to deal with that shit. So if you at the beginning they show all this extra shit and you don't trust them, but you still continue, that's on you.
That's on you.
So Natalie said, Shaq said, I think the only person you can wholeheartedly trust is yourself. Anytime you put trust in people, it's a roll of the dice.
That's true.
Person gives you a reason to no longer trust them, regardless of how you feel about yourself, about self. I can get that. I can get that. But yeah, okay, I can get it. I can get it.
I don't. But okay. So how do you continue on with a person? Okay, you trust me, I trust you. How do you continue on with the person in that vein of trust? At some point, one of y'all feels some type of way. I know you do. At some point, unless you are married and living together and you like, you know, the routine, the thing that's going on.
Okay.
If you're not married and living together, at some point, one of y'all feels some type of way. Somebody didn't answer their phone. Somebody was asleep when you thought they should have been up. Somebody was out doing something. Maybe their phone died. Something at one. So where do you go, or what conversations do you need to have?
Well,
without accusing.
Well, without accusing. Listen, that's going to be the foundation of your relationship, because you should know, if y'all are married, y'all should have been through the trials and tribulations of this extra shit. And so you should know what's going on. So that's going to be the foundation of your relationship. If something has changed, somebody is changing, or something doesn't feel right, y'all should be able to come together and talk about that thing. It's always going to feel, and this is my opinion, it's always going to feel accusatory.
Because if I come up, you always gonna feel attacked.
Exactly. It's always gonna feel like that, because you're, number one, even if that's not your intention, you're just trying to get to the bottom of what's going on,
or how you feel.
Actually, I don't like when I'm in a situation and I'm expressing myself as a concern, but you turn it around to suit you. Like, my feelings are not valid, and you're victimizing me now, because I can't help the way that I feel. That's why I'm bringing it to you. Maybe something was misconstrued or misunderstood, and I'm bringing it to you.
Right.
You're so into your situation and yourself that you're not taking my feelings into consideration. Now, why you looking at me like this? Why you accusing me? What are you doing then?
Right.
If you're on defense,
then are you? And that's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a big ball of, you asking me what you doing? Why you on the defense? What you doing?
It's a back and forth.
It's gonna be a big thing, and that's the type of stuff I'm not trying to go through.
Natalie says, trust is based on lies and truth, not patterns. If they flat out lie, their lie's the issue. And then Shaq says, you have to show acts of trust. Talking is just the basic. Action is the only way to prove trust. That is definitely true. But some people are major manipulators. But like, you have to have the gift of discernment. And now, if you're first now meeting someone and they automatically tell you, they're bringing it to the table, I have trust issues.
Yeah, I can't.
Go ahead and nip that shit in the bud right there, because there's nothing I can do to help you.
Because you're not gonna put me on no tightrope. Trying to make sure that you feel okay and you're feeling comfortable with everything that I'm doing, when these are the things that I was doing before you even got here. You're not gonna do that. And every spare moment that I get in my life, you want it. No, it doesn't work that way, because I have people other than you that I deal with. I have family, I have children, I have all these different things. I have a grandchild, I have all these different things going on, and I'm not planning on being in state for a few days every month. Right. So I mean, what if you can't trust it? I'm sorry.
I can't do nothing for you. Because I feel like if you're upfront telling me, if we're just not getting to know each other, but then you say, this is one of the things that you want to tell me about yourself is you have trust issues, now I feel like you're trying to control me. Somebody's sleepy.
Don't be sleepy. I don't know what the problem is.
But now I feel like you're trying to control me. And now you're trying to bait me. Because you told me you have trust issues. It's going to be my decision to continue with this relationship or whatever it's going to be. If I don't, I've been cleared. If I do, now I'm accepting the fact that you said that you don't trust, you have trust issues.
And
so everything
to make you feel comfortable.
Right. Now everything that I do, say, feel, go is being scrutinized.
Nothing.
Natalie says, I need concrete proof. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. A lot of times as women, we go looking for things, find something, and blow things out of proportion without all of the facts or giving the truth. That is true. That is true. And I have been definitely guilty of that. Because my mind will go the fuck left.
Do you know when I paused on all this trust issue stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Is when I got divorced. Well, while I was still married, actually, I had decided after all that fiasco that went down, I had decided in myself that I was no longer going to play investigation throughout my relationships. If I felt like something was happening, I was going to ask the question. If I knew it was happening, like I saw it, there's no need of me continuing this.
Right.
I felt because I was doing from before I got married to like my high school years and stuff. When I tell you I played private eye,
definitely did
private eye, and I would find the information and still wouldn't really do nothing with it. But when I was married, I did a lot with that information and just went on ahead and cut those ties.
I definitely did that, the private eye, and I would find the proof. And I would still tell this person that I found it. They still fucking deny. I'm looking at the proof.
There was a lot of times, not even in high school, that you would find the proof. And I can't say nothing because I wasn't supposed to find it.
But as an adult, if I found it, I still speak on it. But still, in that situation, a long time ago. Listen, a long time. Listen, if I found the proof and I brought it to you and I'm like, look, so you was texting this motherfucker here, da 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 da. No, wait, no, wait. It's right here. Anyway, damn, it's almost 7:00, bro.
Hey,
We've been talking. Even though we started late today, we started like at what, 5:30. So this was a good discussion. It was very much needed.
I appreciate y'all because I really wanted to talk about that. I really wanted to discuss it because I be trying to figure out am I the one, the stupid? Yeah, because are you trying to protect me or you just don't trust me? What's happening? That's the one I wanted to get to. And then the jealousy and the envy, I was very confused about. And trying to see do I have some jealousy with other people?
Yeah.
And I know some things, not so much now, but I know I have.
Yeah.
And so I'm just trying to see what that fine line is. I never want to hurt anybody or want anybody to get hurt, but you can be at that verge of envy because of your self-esteem.
My thing would be if you feel yourself in this situation, and I can speak on this because of course I have been to the depths of it. Just talk about it. Do not worry about what somebody has to say, how they feel. Get it out. Because it might be a situation that they might be able to help you with. If it's personal, you don't want to go to Jim. Because Jim don't care.
Jim don't care. Please don't go to Jim. He don't care about it.
This is when you utilize your friends and your family. Mila, I saw Jim with a new truck. I want that thing.
But can you afford the truck?
See, my sister gonna give me the truth. She gonna bring me back down.
We can go test drive them. But can you
I'm
afford
not.
them?
I'm not doing
Do
it.
y'all know the self-worth?
Ah, that's another show. Listen, don't wear your heart on your sleeve. Make he or she earn it. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Shaq.
I like that.
I like that. Now, I'm still learning this whole relationship thing.
I'm in now.
You are?
I'm in now.
Oh.
We just gotta see what's what.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Anyway, you guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in today to talk about trust and versus protection
And jealousy
versus
versus
envy.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate all the comments.
Yes.
The likes.
Yes.
We
The love,
appreciate you,
all of it.
pulling up with us. We're gonna put this on YouTube
Please
where
share.
all of our other
Talk about
material is. Please like, share, comment. Go join our YouTube page. Night night, son.
Good night.
We will see you again
Next Sunday.
in the 5 o'clock hour.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. It's the Big Girl Talk Show.